So we're going to go over 3 K jumbos. This is probably the nicest of the 3. The top has a mottled appearance. You might see it there a little bit. It looks like it's possibly French polished. I can't tell the difference. The headstock has had a thin veneer, probably rosewood overlaid. These tuners are identical to the tuners that I've been using for the octave mandolins and mandocellos. They're singles, but they'll fit the old hole pattern, of which we won't use in the case of 8 strings. This is a new nut. This guitar's been gone over. I believe the neck's been reset. It shows signs of being reset. It's X-braced, so somebody's had to take it apart. To do that, take the back off, I'm thinking. Let's look. The back binding is now black. The original binding was tortoise, so the back's been off. Now, let's zoom out. Oh, it's got a great sound too. The X-bracing and the... That's all you need. It's great. The tone is great. It's even got the little inlays in the pins. It's probably a bone saddle. This bridge should be 3/8 of an inch thick if it's unshaved. That's 0.375, 0.38. This is 0.28. This bridge has been shaved 1/10 of an inch. That's in order to allow the saddle to be sticking up. Next, here's the problem. 20, 40, 60, 80. This is 90 thou. A good guitar will have a gap of less than 90. And we're the gap is too tall. Way too tall. Let's add 20. Now we're up to 1/10 of an inch. No, 90, we're 0.11. 90, 0.1, 0.11. And we ain't done yet. And actually over here, 20, 40, 90 thou. This should be around 70. And it's about 1/10 of an inch. It's 90. Well, it's really about 0.1. This saddle has to be lowered to a point where the bridge will have to be shaved. It's already too low. The neck will have to be reset. I've looked at it, and I'm pretty sure the neck has been reset. The problem will be that the glue used to put it back in is going to be Titebond, most likely, or epoxy. If it's epoxy, it won't come apart. Maybe we could talk to the person who did the work. Doesn't show any evidence of looseness. So, the finish is intact. So there's the main problem with that one. Needs a neck reset, but it has been reset once. You can tell there's a gap under here. It's a little thicker. And this is forward by about 40 thousandths. That happened during the reset, but the intonation is good. So this is a guitar that's been done a lot like I would do it, the tuners I would use, the bone nut, pyramid bridge, but the neck needs to be reset, and it may be very difficult. This is K Jumbo number 2. It's got the die-cast K logo with the white binding, and that's just like one I just did. These are actual pieces of white quasi pearl type stuff that are inlaid in here, and it's got a black white binding, black on probably just plain on the bottom. This may have been replaced, or it could be a later version because there are no screw holes. There was a major crack that runs through here. There's evidence of a cleat right here to keep it from going any further. It's probably cleated here too. There's a nice gouge owie here. The action is good as is. There's room enough here to get it down to, here's 20, 40, 60, 80, 90. We're below 90. Strings are dead. But again, this should be 0.38 tall. And it is 0.24. Over 1/8 of an inch has been shaved off this bridge. It's not the original bridge. It's fretting a little flat. That's okay. This might be a choice for a mandolin type if we don't reset the neck. This causes one to look in here to see that it's actually a bolt running through. There's a couple of little telltale chips gone. There's one right there. There's a couple on the other side. That happens during trimming necks for reset. It doesn't look like it's been reset, but I believe it has. I believe it's been reset without putting a shim under here, so there should be a slight. Anyway, technically, the neck needs to be reset on this guitar. It plays as is. If you use a thumb pick, you're going to hit this and chew through here. If you use a flat pick and you don't dig in too much, it'll work as is. But the bridge is low. I think these are replaced. They're just too shiny. These are these here are replacements. They're basically new, but they've used slotted screws. It's also back's chewed up. We don't care, and it's ladder braced. You can hear the higher end, but the strings are dead from here on. I think a good set of strings it'll wake up, because the two solids are humming. Okay, that's guitar number 2. So this is the third one. It's in good original condition. The bridge has been modified slightly, but otherwise it's got good sharp tone, volume. I don't think the neck has been reset. It's in original condition, and the action is a quarter of an inch. So it needs a neck reset, but it should not be a problem because it hasn't been done before. It's probably the best of the lot in many ways. The X-braced one is pretty good too. Anyway, that's the third of the set, and we'll see what happens.